Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And each offense features a star tight end, Kirk. What an elite matchup of guys who can really hurt defenses in a variety of ways.
When was the last time we did a game where we were excited to watch two tight ends from opposing teams go against each other? But that's what we have today. Both of these guys are elite at their position. Both want to have bragging rights that they're the best in the country. Let's see who can be showcased better today.
This crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. Oh, he makes the catch. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
First down and 10 now. Back to throw. It's Manning. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. It's the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety. And he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Grab down the middle. It's Jordan. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And he goes down after a solid gain on the play. That's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that first down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Jordan. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Throws it to the right. Wide open downfield. They bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
Man, they got exactly the right coverage early in this game that they were looking for. They found the matchup, and they hit a big one early.
The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. 1st and goal, handoff. Stop at the line, still a few yards short from pay dirt.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Back to pass. It's Manning. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, if nobody's open, you can't risk the possession like this. Tossing it into coverage in the end zone, that's a good way to earn a spot on the bench.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. Look at a throw on 3rd and goal. Launching one to the end zone.
You talk about the right way to get a game started. This offense put together a nice scheme. They felt comfortable with the script, and they moved the ball all the way down the field. 10 plays, and they get a touchdown. If you're the defensive coordinator, you're back to the drawing board trying to figure this out.
And now the try here for the extra point. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets him down. Not much gained on that return. And, Kirk, this is what we've been looking forward to, a matchup of two quarterbacks who are elite, very competitive, matched up against each other today. One of the better matchups we'll see all season. Yeah,
a game that we really pointed to all summer. Looking forward to this matchup. Knew these two quarterbacks would go head-to-head. Very important that they don't get caught up in the individual matchup. They just go out, work against these defenses that they're facing, and try to put up as many points as they can.
They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Tries the right with a quick throw. Oh, what a grab! Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Breaking free at midfield. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Boy, it's fun to watch this guy run the quarterback option. This time he keeps it, big positive yards, and a first down. The defense has got to figure out a way to slow this guy down.
1st and 10 now for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Second down play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking deep down the left side. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Boy, the timing here by this defensive back, that is tough to do. You know, we always use the term great ball skills by a receiver, but here the corner locates the football and knocks it away. Great play.
They bring the punter onto the field now. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Back to pass. It's Manning. Short pass finds the tight end. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, the defense had everything covered downfield. The quarterback tries to check it down, but how about the defensive speed to be able to sniff that out?
Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Grab behind the line. It's Bush. Gets some space around the 30. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Chris, it really looked to me like those linebackers in zone coverage had their eyes in the backfield looking at the quarterback. They lost the running back sneaking out on the angle route. And I thought the quarterback did a nice job of waiting, being patient, and then making a nice throw for a first down.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Catch made on the out route.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
A completion makes it second and short. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackle made after a big gain.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. The receiver makes the catch. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
A completion makes it second and short. Ball handed off. That's a strong stiff arm. Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout by the offense.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Manning.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And the receiver's got it. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. A completion makes it second down. And he'll set up to throw. Looking right, this one caught. That's good for a first down near the 40. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made on the right side. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. A deep shot to the left side. And it's incomplete, a last gasp pass as time expires in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. Return starts from inside the 5. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. Here comes the offense, hoping to get a drive going. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Nothing going with the running game on those two plays. Now it's 3rd down and 10. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. We pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
Boy, anytime you come out trailing in the second half and you have the football, you want some momentum. You want to be able to get things started. This is not how they envision getting the second half going. With a sack here on 3rd down, you're on your side of the field, 2 scores down. That's a huge play by this defense to start this second half.
Punt team ready to boot it away.
On to kick it away.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Offense on the field to take over. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Caught by the receiver. Impressive spin there. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looks right for a quick completion. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Here's the second down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Catch made in space. Look out. Tackle finally made down at the 13-yard line.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Another chunk play. This offense is clicking. They'll run it to the left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Second down, we're going to throw it. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. Backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Manning. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Check out how he's been spreading the football around between his targets, getting everybody involved in this game. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up 2nd and goal. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Here's the point after attempt.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Lets it go quickly. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the 4th quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Offensively, you get to the 4th quarter, you're down in a game. You're thinking about vertical shots and getting out of bounds to try to stop the clock. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I'll give that up all game long. Short little routes, tackling them inbounds. Let's keep that clock moving.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. Tackle made way downfield. Enormous gain.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
So the explosive play changes the complexion of the drive. They're set up outside the 30 now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for the wideout. He makes the grab. They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a 1st down.
Hey, that's a great gain right here for these guys. It hasn't been a good day, let's face it. But I love the fact that they're still fighting. And a drive like this, who knows what it could do for you. Maybe get points on the board, maybe not able to come back in this game, but, man, it could really help you down the road as far as showing what your character is about and how you're not giving up.
They're set now to try the PAT.
Here is on for the extra point.
Point after is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. And out comes the offense, set to take over here. Chewing clock with the running game.
Well, but the only thing that went right for the offense there, Chris, is they kept the ball in bounds to try to keep that clock moving. The defense does their job. They're just trying to think of any way at all to get that ball out and get the ball back to their offense to have a shot here.
And now they'll run it on the draw. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Can he get there on the ground? And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. First and 10 play coming up. It's a shotgun run call. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Offense in a great position here at 2nd and 1. It's desperation time for this defense to somehow make a play. Hand it off for a draw. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Off the RPO, caught to the right. They've got him down, but the offense gets the first down they needed to just run the clock out.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. It's victory formation. The quarterback will kneel down. Well, this head coach told us we've prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if we didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.